Hello everyone, I will be showing you how I set up a quick and easy digital bullet journal. I am using Goodnotes5 on my iPad 8th generation and the Apple Pencil. And I'm using the white dotted paper for my journal. So let's get started with the journal cover. I wanted the cover to have something related to each month's theme, so I drew these messily drawn rectangles as the frames, and then every month when I draw the month's cover, I'll put the image in each frame. At the end of the year, it'll be like I completed a collection. I think it's a great way to customize a bullet journal cover, whether it's digital or physical, and it provides a quick glance of all the themes that you've created for the year. And then I changed the 2021 writing to match the messily drawn lines of the frames. So I did a bubble letter type drawing, but instead of just one line, I did multiple lines. And then I filled the inner line with black. On the first page, I am making a key which I can refer to when I am creating tasks and writing notes. I don't remember if I made a key when I did a physical bullet journal or not, but thought I'd try it out for the year. Oh, and I'm going to use mostly black for the setup. So for the key, I have a task which is represented by a square, an unfilled square. And once the task is complete, I'll put a check mark in the square, and if the task is not completed for the day, I put kind of like a little arrow that fills the entire square, signifying that it will be done in a later day or tomorrow or something. For notes, I have bullet points, and for subnotes, I do an arrow. For anything that's important, like events or appointments, I will mark it as a star. At the end, I surrounded the key with two rectangles that act like a frame, and it kind of makes the page look a little more structured. Next, I did my yearly calendar setup. So here I'm writing the days for the calendar in manually, copying from the iPad calendar, but you can also search for yearly calendars in Google and copy and paste it in as well. So I'm doing it manually for the first few months, and then for the later months, I copied and pasted some of the numbers there to quicken the process a little bit. And here I'm trying to find the best pen to use to write in the first letter of the month as neatly as I can. I got this idea from Pinterest, and when I saw it, I thought it looked super neat and it looked really simple to do, which matches what I was going for. So I am writing this in my own handwriting. If you want it to be even neater, then you can type it in and enlarge the letters as well. I'm using a blue highlighter to mark a holiday. So here it's like I'm bubbling in an invisible circle for number one. And then next to the calendar, I wrote the number and then what the holiday is. And then I used yellow for birthdays. So here's an example, and I drew a little candle at the end there for birthday. So here I'm continuing to write down the numbers for the last 6 months of the year, copying a lot of the numbers from the first 6 months. I'm really enjoying the digital bullet journal experience so far because I can undo and redo however many times I need to, and it's a lot more eco-friendly. I think it's a good alternative even though it might not provide the same satisfaction or relaxation that a paper bullet journal provides. It also saves a lot of time. So when I was in college, I'd skip doing my paper bullet journal for a while because I didn't have time to sit down and plan out the pages, or when I do have some time, my spreads were really minimal and practical, which there's nothing wrong with that, but in my opinion, it is more interesting to look through bullet journals that are more colorful and artsy. So with digital, I can copy and paste templates that I've done before, giving me more time to doodle or plan my months. But of course, this is my personal opinions. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who much rather prefer paper bullet journals. This monthly representation page will be something new for me this year. I wanted to have a way to put random things that happened that month or things that I was into as a way to look back on the year. So in these squares, I put in music, podcasts, books, food I ate that was out of the ordinary or that I really liked, or when I went somewhere fun, which did not happen a lot this past year. So even though the setup is super plain, the end product might be super colorful depending on what I did that month. I made 4 rectangles in total for each page, and I'm using 3 pages for the 12 months. After making the template for the first page, I copied it to the second and third page. Also, I wrote the months in cursive and connected it to the line of the box, which is not something new, but I really like the look of it, so I thought I'd include it in my setup. And you can see that I'm undoing and rewriting a lot. I saw later on that I forgot the M in November, so I went back and corrected that too. And finally, the last page of the setup will be a goals page, and I'm making several word bubbles for my goals. I think I made 12 in total. It's like I'm saying these goals and that I will do them since I said I would, kind of, if that makes sense. So I have circular, rectangular, other geometric shapes, and these cloud ones, which I have not drawn in a long while. I made one of each and copy and pasted the rest of them. I used a gray colored highlighter to outline the right side and kind of the underside, but still the right of these bubbles for shadowing to make them look more 3D. So imagine a light source from the top left corner shining on these word bubbles, and you would highlight wherever the light would not interact with. I will be breaking up these goals into doable chunks or by days in my monthly spreads. And that wraps up the 2021 journal setup. I'd like to say again that this can easily be done on a physical journal, and any mistake is part of the learning process. I also hope this is helpful to anyone who's starting a digital bullet journal for the first time, or if you're just looking for ideas. If you did bullet journal along with me or took some inspiration, I would love to see it, so feel free to tag me on Instagram. My handle is on the screen and is in the description below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more digital bullet journal content. Comment if you have any questions or feedback, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!